Hi friend, if you're over 35 and trying for a baby, you've probably had someone whisper in your ear Q10 like it's liquid gold. Today we'll unpack what Q10 is, what the research currently suggests for fertility, and how to choose a quality product in Australia. If we haven't met yet, I'm Maddie, I'm a women's health dietitian. Welcome to my channel. In my clinic, I meet plenty of women over the age of 35 who are doing so many things right. They're making the diet changes, they're starting exercise routines, and yet they feel like there is still a missing piece to the puzzle. And often they'll ask, is there anything else that could help up-level my fertility? And while Q10 isn't a magic bullet, it is an additional change that you can make to further enhance your fertility health and your egg quality. And instead of being the solution, it is a tool in the whole puzzle that fits together. But before we begin this video, I want to remind you that a supplement without having the right basics is not going to work. So you also need to be thinking in and checking about what you're eating, your sleep, your stress levels, and other exposures to inflammation or environmental toxins that could be affecting your hormonal and fertility health. CoQ10 or coenzyme Q10 is a naturally occurring antioxidant in the body, and it plays a crucial role for producing energy inside the cells. Now, if there's any science nerds out there, as someone who kind of despised chemistry in high school and uni, but alas, we're here. It plays an essential role in the electron transport chain, which is a process that produces ATP, the source of energy for your cells. So think of CoQ10 like a spark plug for your cells. It lives in the mitochondria, helping turn food into energy, ATP, and as an antioxidant, it shields the cells from additional wear and tear. CoQ10 levels naturally tend to decrease with age, and then the energy powerhouse of the cell or the mitochondria function becomes less sprightly. So think of the egg cells like highly performing batteries, still beautifully designed, just needing more support to charge. So why does this matter so much after the age of 35? As we just mentioned before, your natural levels of CoQ10 decrease with age. And over the age of 35, we really want to focus on egg quality as egg quantity further decreases as well. Quality links to how well an egg's mitochondria can produce energy and how it manages that oxidative stress as well. So if the battery is flat, the egg might not divide as cleanly after fertilization. So CoQ10 supports energy production and antioxidant defense. And that's why it keeps showing up in research, and also if you're currently with a fertility clinic, they will often suggest to take this supplement as well. A quick tour of the current evidence without the hype. For IVF or ICSI pre-treatment, several trials or systematic reviews suggest that taking coenzyme Q10 for approximately 3 months before a cycle can improve ovarian response, embryo quality, and often clinical pregnancy rates as well. And this has particularly been found for those that were previously poor responders. So that is exciting news on that front. And in terms of male partners, there was a 2024-2025 meta-analysis of RCTs, which found that CoQ10 improved total sperm count, total and progressive motility, normal morphology, and increased testosterone. And useful to know that with sperm, it regenerates every approximately 70 to 80 days. So they can really make a significant change to their sperm quality. Whereas for women, we are born with all the eggs that we will ever have. So we cannot change the actual eggs. we can change the environment inside the follicles and the mechanisms in which the egg quality is enhanced through the energy production, the antioxidant abilities of the fluid, the follicular fluid surrounding the egg. And a reminder, supplements are not the star, they are the assistant. Don't forget. A question I often get is what type of Q10 supplement should we be using? And there is two types, ubiquinol and ubiquinone. And in the past, it was always recommended to use ubiquinol because that is the form that ubiquinone needs to go to inside the body to be absorbed and utilized. But more recent evidence shows that it doesn't matter so much as we once thought, and ubiquinol supplements are a lot more expensive than ubiquinone. So that is a little bit of information on that. In older adults, there was some research that ubiquinol was better absorbed than ubiquinone at the same dose. But what is more important is the formulation of the supplement and the consistency of taking the supplement. In terms of supplements, it will be better absorbed if it is a oil-based soft gel compared to a hard tablet. In Australia, you want to be looking for a supplement company or product that is listed with the TGA, because this goes under more stringent regulation. So look for an OST-L label on the product, and always look for a product that tells you a specific dose per capsule. This goes for any supplement, so you want it to have the milligrams per capsule clearly labeled. Avoid things that say proprietary blends, etc. And often I've seen this mostly in greens, powders and other stuff like that, but it still can happen in supplements. So avoid those. You want the exact nutrients listed. And particularly relevant in Australia or any hot climates, so you want to store away from heat and light. This will prevent the supplement from oxidizing and losing its effectiveness. When to take this supplement, so it's best to take it with a meal so it helps with absorption of the nutrient. There has been some reports of it causing insomnia or people to not be able to sleep so well, and potentially this is because it helps with energy production. So best to take in the morning or earlier in the day than at night time if you are particularly sensitive to supplements. It's normally quite well tolerated, but for my clients that are on a higher dosage, better to split dose so then you don't get upset tummy pains or a little bit of nausea as you're getting used to it. But check in with your healthcare professional, doctor, fertility specialist if you have any concerns. The other big thing is that it can interact with certain medications. So for your specific dosage or interactions, always check in with your own healthcare professional. In terms of dosage, the most practical evidence out there is around that approximately 200 to 600 milligrams, depending on factors, particularly age. So if the client is older, then a higher dosage may be recommended, whereas often for someone under the age of 35 but still having some fertility struggles, we may start at more like a 200 or 300 milligram dosage per day. In terms of sperm health, it's most been researched at around that 150 to 300 milligrams per day. One other note is that it is not well researched in pregnancy or lactation. So once you get your positive pregnancy test or on the guidance of your fertility clinic, do stop taking it. And potentially, if you're taking it before egg collection, you could stop after egg collection, because The reason for this supplement in your IVF treatment plan is to increase egg quality and the antioxidant benefits towards the egg. So if you are now preparing for an embryo transfer, or you are in your 2-week wait, focus on the different supplements for that period of your preconception journey. Your simple 3-month plan. Here's how I map out with clients on how to decide whether CoQ10 should be added to their individual nutrition and supplement plan. Step 1, we want to check in with your doctor, fertility specialist, what other medications you're on, because we don't want any negative interactions with this particular supplement. And we would start at that base dose of 200 to 300 milligrams per day, potentially splitting it throughout the day, but I always go for consistency over that split dosage. So if you're someone that's going to forget to take that second dose, take them both at breakfast. And we want to check in with how you're feeling, any symptoms that are popping up from starting this new supplement plan. In the following month, weeks 3 to 8 after starting this supplement, we will be checking in, seeing how you're feeling with this overall nutrition and supplement plan, because this is only one supplement in the whole lifestyle, nutrition and supplement framework that will help with your fertility goals. If you are over the age of 35, closer to 40, then we may consider increasing the dosage to that 600 milligrams a day, but would always be in coordination with your fertility specialist, GP, other health professionals, and to assist with the effectiveness of this supplement, because the supplement is always a sprinkle on top. We would also be checking in to see how you're doing with your dietary changes. Most often it's best researched to follow a Mediterranean style of dietary eating. So, whole grains, fresh produce, healthy oils like your avocados, your olive oils, your nuts and seeds, and also just making sure you're getting enough protein and energy throughout the day to help with your blood sugars and keep you happy. In month 2 or 3, this is the important part where it's just ideal to stay consistent, because new habits, new routines take time to work. Nutrition and supplements are never a overnight fix, and this is why it is super helpful to have that 3-month runway into particularly IVF, where you get your body primed and ready, and you can do everything possible to improve your egg quality and sperm quality to put your best foot forward for your egg collection or whatever your fertility plan is. Some quick frequently asked questions. What about food sources of CoQ10? There are some smaller amounts found in meat, fish, and to an even lesser degree some vegetables, but it's not a significant amount. So if you are over the age of 35, it would be difficult to meet your requirements of this nutrient through food alone, and supplementation may be the best bet. Another question I get, is this in place of your prenatal? No. So your basics is to always take a prenatal multivitamin in that 3 months lead up in your trying to conceive period. This is an addition to, and you can have both at the same time. There's no issues with that. To recap, over 35, we care about egg energy, egg quality, and CoQ10 supports that, and it helps with energy production and antioxidant defense. In terms of research, using this before IVF treatment shows the most promising results, but it doesn't mean that if you are trying to conceive naturally, it isn't a great little addition to your current protocol. And just a reminder, it is a supportive tool, not a standalone fix. If you would like help personalizing this, reach out. Always happy to support you on your fertility journey. And if you have any questions about CoQ10, please put them in the comments below and I will answer as I can. And just a reminder, this is for educational purposes only. Please seek out your own healthcare professionals for your personalised medical and dietary advice. If this helped you, press subscribe and share it with a friend that would benefit. And I will see you soon. Bye!